Q&A day, Q&A episode. We take questions from our viewers, listeners, subscribers, whatever, and answer them on air. It's super fun and catches us like off guard sometimes.
Yes.
And so like, because some of this shit we're like not
prepared for.
Yeah. And like we have like kids are older than ours. So like we have to really think. So keep sending those questions, like DM, whatever, email, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But before we get to the cues, Lauren has a cute little snack for us to hear about.
Oh, yeah.
That she's doing this weekend. This is where I get frustrated.
Don't even open that can of worms.
Like horrifying.
Horrifying. Not allowed to cry or have emotions in your house.
Like, do you really need to know what Zymoglyphosate is? Or
oh, Jessica.
Everyone has a favorite. Everyone does. Okay, Q&A episode. Lauren, what are you going to tell us today? What you going to do?
I have to dress up as a cheerleader Saturday night, which is so funny because I am like the farthest thing from a cheerleader, as you know.
You have an outfit? You have a uniform?
Oh, yeah.
What is it, a real uniform?
Uh-huh.
What school? High school uniform?
No, it's like a group of us doing it, and one of them found this company that they'll like make a customized whatever.
Yeah.
And some of these girls are like legit. Like one was like a college cheerleader. At like
what is this for?
For the boys' school auction. Because it's like a Friday night. I know it's like.
Are they bidding on y'all?
No, I hope not. No, what are they going to bid? 50 cents? Nobody wants all these old ladies.
Like some like divorcee, like bidding for the whole.
No, it's just I don't know. Someone like had this idea because it's like a Friday Night Lights theme.
Oh, cute.
Miles is
where do they play football?
They don't.
Oh,
I mean, they have a flag football team. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's so dumb.
Okay,
but
so y'all are
also,
cheerleaders.
I'm like trying to be a team player here, you know.
Yeah, it's fun.
Miles is dressing up as Aaron Rodgers because you know how
he kind of looks like him.
He has gotten stopped on the street multiple times, and people have been like done a double take, and he's like, "I'm not Aaron Rodgers, like it's just me, it's Miles."
It's just me, Miles.
It's just me. So we got him an Aaron Rodgers jersey, and he's wearing.
Gosh, what does the uniform look like? Yours?
I'll send you a picture when I put it on. Yeah,
I
it's
still have my
two-piece.
high school cheerleading uniform.
I know. That's why I thought it was funny because I was like, "You're the cheerleader,"
which is crazy,
hilarious because you don't seem like a cheerleader. But yeah,
go Saints.
But I was like an anti-cheerleader in high school, like you know, angry and moody. Anyway. I was so moody.
Why? You were?
Me? Oh my God. I was so moody. I think I masked it well when I needed to. Like I was moody. I was real moody with my parents. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Really moody.
Maybe they deserved it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. But I masked it. I masked it like pretty well at school, but I would get so fucking aggravated with the teachers, you know. But I was like really good about like being professional about it, you know, and just being pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can get real sassy.
Yeah. No, well, like you're
just saying.
Yeah. No, like you're very PC. Like if you have a problem, like you're very PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Professional.
Yeah.
Doctor, you know.
Sometimes you got to do that. Ready?
Yeah. First cue.
Let's do it. Hi, LBC. I'm a middle school teacher and a parent. I've noticed lately that students are talking much more openly about mental health struggles like anxiety or even depression. My concern is that it's becoming so common that 1, it isn't taken as seriously, or 2, it's becoming trendy and kids are bragging about it. How do I talk to them about this and help them understand the need to seek help if necessary? Yeah, I mean, so it kind of goes back to that, remember that Contagion episode? That unfortunately it does kind of become like trendy or like a fad.
Yeah.
And I think kids use these terms very loosely, like depressed or like I'm going to kill myself and like, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
test anxiety.
Yeah. And it does kind of take away it takes away from like the kids that actually are really struggling, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a problem. I definitely think this is a problem. This is something that we would tell, like when I was in residency and fellowship and we worked on the inpatient unit at Children's, okay? What we would always tell the kids is like, if you are depressed or you are super anxious, you need to go to an adult.
Yeah.
Okay? Like going to another child is putting that kid in a unfair situation, right? Because you're divulging all this information to a kid who doesn't know how to help you and doesn't have the training to help you. So you need to go to an adult. I feel like that's one of the most important things you can say to kids, because you don't want kids telling other kids they're suicidal, right? Like that's the worst thing, because if kid A tells kid B, like, I want to kill myself, but don't tell anybody, right? Then kid B is like, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to help them. And then, kid A is really in danger, right?
Yeah.
Which we would see constantly.
Yeah, but like kid B should know to go tell an adult. No?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can expect that out of every kid.
But like, okay. Don't go. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the don't go tell. Because I think when you say things like that, like don't go tell other kids, then if that's the only outlet they have, then now they're not telling anybody.
Yes, but
I mean, they should go tell an adult, but like,
I don't know. We had situations where like a kid called a friend, like they were like going to commit suicide in the middle of the night, called a friend, and then the friend either didn't answer or like didn't know how to help them, and then like the kid killed themselves. So
but you help by telling. I mean, I think it's like the kid B's out there. Like if someone tells you something, you tell them.
That's probably more what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It was not like don't talk. It wasn't like don't talk to your friends if you need help. It was more like if someone tells you something really scary, like they're depressed, they're suicidal, they're cutting themselves, blah, 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 they're being abused, whatever.
Receiver of the
you
information.
need to go to an adult.
Yes, correct.
That's kind of more what I meant to say. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It probably came out the wrong way.
No, it's fine.
I feel like that's probably one of the most important things that you can teach kids. Is like if a kid tells you something scary, go to an adult
or that you like
adult.
don't know what to do with.
Yes.
If you don't know what to do with the information, it feels too like complex or I don't know, inappropriate. Yeah. Tell them.
Yeah, because the problem is like if you have like I was thinking about ways to address this, and the problem is like if you have informational sessions for kids about like mental health issues, that age group, sometimes I worry you're kind of putting ideas in their head a little bit. Yeah. Like you're teaching them how to
be anxious.
How to be anxious.
Or how to look anxious.
Or how to look depressed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's like a little bit of a slippery slope there.
Yeah. I mean, I say like if you're a 6th grade teacher teaching whatever in your class and like all your kids are being like, God, I'm so depressed. God, I'm so depressed. Like you can like a quick thing to do is like go up to them and say like, are you depressed or are you stressed?
Yeah.
Like, are you depressed or are you sad?
Yep.
Okay. Because you have a test coming. Like help them discriminate between the intensity of what emotions are.
Right. Like having the appropriate language.
Yeah.
Which that is definitely a big problem for kids. Is that a lot of kids use these like big scary words to explain how they feel because they don't have
it.
The right language to use.
And because they're exposed to big words like that.
Yeah.
Like it's on TV.
Yep.
I feel like it's probably in school too.
Oh,
I mean, like feeling depressed. It's like the remember the did you watch Friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember when Joey was like on a poster for like erectile dysfunction or whatever?
I don't, but I believe you. Yeah.
But like it's like, do you have anxiety?
Yeah.
Do this. Like feeling depressed, here, 5 steps.
Right.
Or like whatever. And so if they're exposed to that on a frequent basis, then like that's the language they use.
Right. And they don't know, like, people say the word depressed, but that means it means a different thing to them than it does to like us as mental health professionals. Like depression to us is like something very specific, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And it's it's not sad, it's an extreme form of sadness or irritability along with like a bunch of other things, right? And so people just kind of like use it flippantly, like, oh, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, let me help you figure out what you're actually feeling.
Yeah. And like, where are you getting this vocabulary?
Right. Right. Okay. Here's a question from Amy, age 9.
Hey, Amy.
I want to know, Amy, how you even know this word. She said, how does neuroplasticity work? I'm like, girl, what have you been reading?
What is that?
Okay, so I brought something up because I know what it is, but I wanted to be real official when I'm explaining this.
Yeah.
All right, so neuroplasticity, or like brain plasticity is another word for that, is a process in which your brain adapts. The structure and the function of your brain adapt in response to things going on in your environment, in your world. It's defined as the ability of the nervous system to change its activity in response to what they say, intrinsic or extrinsic stimuli.
Yeah.
Okay. By reorganizing its structure, function, or connections.
Yeah. Okay.
So this can happen after like a stroke, a traumatic brain injury, so like a concussion. But it also happens like in learning, as you learn new information, like your brain's like rapidly making connections and changing. It happens just part of normal development.
It also happens like during perceived threats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
As potentially as a trauma response, or like if like a kid has ASD or not like doesn't have anything, and like a door slams really loud unexpectedly, like your central, like your nervous system's gonna like respond.
Yep.
And then connect, I guess, or you tell me, like form that little connection or memory as like, oh, that wasn't a threat, it just sounded like it or whatever. And so now moving forward, I don't need to make that jolting whatever.
Yeah. So there can be your brain can do this like in a positive, beneficial way to you, and it can do it in a not so beneficial way to you.
Yeah.
So basically what happens after trauma like rewires your brain.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of, that's a way that neuroplasticity is like happening not in your favor, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, it happens for a lot of different reasons, but it's basically just like your brain adapts and evolves depending on what's happening in your world.
Yeah.
So, and all of it boils down to like your brain is trying to protect itself. That's what it's trying to do. It's just that sometimes by trying to protect yourself, it actually hurts you in the long run.
What do you mean?
Like trauma, Yeah.
Like
in response to trauma, if it's like doing things to protect yourself and then it's like effing up your autonomic nervous system and,
Yeah.
But ideally it's mostly happening for a positive reason. So basically what it says, these changes can either be beneficial, like restoring function after an injury, neutral, meaning no major change, positive or negative, or it can be negative. So it can have pathological consequences
like,
and
what does
cause
that
problems. Okay, so like the example you said. Okay, so like if you're a kid who gets abused, right? And like you develop the startle reflexes to any loud noise around you, right? Like over time, that's not beneficial to you, right? Because then you're overreacting to every little thing, which keeps your body in that fight or flight stress mode, right? And that has all these negative consequences down the line for your cardiovascular health, et cetera, right? So that's like a way that's negative and it's causing problems.
Yes. Okay.
But then on the flip side, like let's say you have a traumatic brain injury and it affects part of your brain that controls like language. Okay. But then you do all of this rehab and therapy, your brain is rewiring that part and like repairing it so that you can like have your language function again. Right.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Amy, I want to know why you asked that question.
I know. I'm so impressed.
Can we have
little
a follow-up?
9-year-old Amy.
Yeah, follow up.
Go, girl. Maybe you'll be a neurologist one day.
Yeah.
Or a researcher.
Yeah.
Okay. My 3.5-year-old is still struggling with potty training. How do I know when it's time to seek professional help, either medical or psychological?
Like, what is struggling with potty training?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how to answer that. Like, really, I mean, from everything that I've read and people I've talked to or whatever, like, it's still appropriate if they're not fully potty trained until they're 4. So, I mean, I'm assuming this is an issue because it's a school issue.
Right.
I would say find a school that works with you with the potty training.
Yeah.
Like,
or I think some parents just have these like unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
And these like strict deadlines that they put on their kids. And it's like, your kid isn't going to follow your deadline that you decided on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like, relax.
Yeah. honestly, that is the best thing you can do, I think, when it comes to potty training is like chill the F out. The more you try to control the situation, the worse the outcome's going to be, right?
Yeah.
That they're going to push back.
Yeah.
It's
or
going
get
to be
anxious about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like when, like, okay, you're like, let's see. I don't know. It's like if your boss continuously or supervisor or whatever is saying, like, continuously, like, telling you to meet a standard that you like don't have the ability to meet right now, like you're going to become anxious about it. You're going to have your self-esteem is going to go down. It's the same thing. Talk to your pediatrician if you're concerned.
Yeah, I mean, kids do this at different ages. Like, there's no right age. I would say there's an age at which we might become concerned that your kid's not potty trained, but it's not 3.5.
No, it's not 3.5. Like Rhodes, he was shit. I don't know. But like he's still on a pull up at night, and like I'm not.
No, you're not rushing that. Hell no.
Like he'll do it when you're ready.
Yeah,
like I'm just not concerned.
No, the best thing you can do is sit back and let your kid do it when they're ready. That's the best thing you can do.
Like I do think the naked for 3 days.
Yes, it helps. It definitely helps.
I think it helps.
But then you don't like stress about it while they're naked. Like,
no, it's just like, oh, I noticed you're peeing. Let's go. Like let's put it in the body.
Yep.
And it's like unfazed.
Yes. You got to be like,
Unfazed.
try, even if you have to fake it, you have to be very relaxed about it.
Yeah. And like, I didn't do, you get an M&M or whatever, but apparently our school does.
Oh, really? I think a lot of schools do. I think a lot of schools like reward them.
Yeah. Like if you
or they get a little toy car or something,
like,
you know.
I got a Skittle today. I'm like, a whole Skittle.
Yeah.
God. I can tell he never gets candy. Anyway, so yeah, don't stress.
Don't stress. It'll happen. It'll happen. It happens. You know?
And if shit becomes a problem, that, you know, you have people to talk to. They're people.
Yeah. I mean, I think if your kid doesn't have a major developmental delay, they're not going to go to college in a diaper.
No. And if it's a school issue, which I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, 3.5, it's May. Like, you're about to be in summer.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Find a school that's, I don't know.
More flexible.
Yeah.
What do you do when you have strict rules about technology, but other families / households that your child visits do not?
I mean, I'll let you start.
Okay. If it is just like a friend, like they go to play dates or sleepovers or whatever at a friend's house, I kind of think you have to let it go.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. I think you got to let it go because so our neighbors across the street who are, they have boys the same age as my boys. They're like constantly together. They're like always playing outside together, whatever. And they're probably like a little bit more relaxed about screen time than we are, you know? And the mom texted me one day and she was like, she's like, I feel bad because I know that you're like kind of a stickler with screen. She didn't use that word, but like a stickler with screen time. And like, you know, Barrett's like playing video games over there and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, like if he's at your house, he's following your rules, right? If he's at my house, he's following my rules. I'm not going to tell you how to parent and what to do with your screen time. I think the exception is like if your kid frequently goes to like grandma's house, like 3 times a week, right? Or aunt and uncle's house or whatever it is. And that's someone that's caring for your child on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That I think needs to be more consistent. Because if it's someone within your family, hopefully you have a little bit more say or control in the way that they're parenting your kid when you're not there.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to like, you know, you can talk to other parents, but you can't make other parents follow your rules, right?
No, you can't. No, you can't. This is so interesting.
Yeah. You didn't think I was going to, okay. You
Yeah.
didn't think I was going to be like that.
No. Like, I would rather them play, and this is because, like, I don't know, like video game. Like, I don't know. What do they play now? Like, what do they play video games?
I think what you mean like my son?
Yeah.
I think it's mostly like football, like Madden or whatever.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Like it's not like they're not they don't have the ability to like talk.
No.
Okay. That's
that
but
I would
how
have
do
a
you
problem
know?
with.
Like that's the problem.
Because I ask him, I talk to him.
Well, yeah, but like at some point they're gonna lie. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I would be concerned not necessarily about the technology, but the supervision of the
Right.
and I don't like have an answer. And I know we like,
Yeah, so my
and like,
answer's
what's the personality type? I don't
right.
know.
I think my answer is going to change as my kid gets older too, because right now he's going
Yeah.
over there for like they're playing outside for 30 minutes and then they go inside for 10 minutes and then they're playing outside for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
like a
not like
break.
he's not in there for 4 hours.
Like what happens
Right.
when he does grow up and like the kid has a phone
Right.
and
So
they're on
that's
social media?
So this is something like I think you have to adapt it as your kid grows, right?
What would
Because
you
their
do?
needs are going to change.
Well, what are you gonna do? Because you're closer than me. Because
I
how
know.
old is he? 8, 9,
8.5. Yeah.
You're close. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure some of
Oh,
his
yeah.
friends have phones.
One does.
Yeah.
One does. And we talk about it a lot. He
What do you
asks me a lot.
Oh, what does he say?
He's already asking like, why does this person have a phone?
Okay.
And
Does he say like what they do on it?
nope. Because they don't have it at school, so he doesn't really see it. He just knows they have one because I guess they
Oh.
talk about it.
But
you
like,
know?
does he go over to that person?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we're gonna have to adapt it when they get older and they're like away from us more, or
Yeah.
the phones are more prevalent, or they're getting into the games where they're
Yeah. Like talking.
what do you call it?
It's
What is that called, y'all?
Fortnite type
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, like that kind of thing,
Yeah.
where they're talking to other
Mhm.
people. Yeah, we're gonna have to change it. Like as of now, I'm not helicoptering because I don't feel like I need to right now.
Yeah.
Because he's not over at people's houses for long stretches of time. You know.
Yeah. So
for the
what
most
would
part.
what plan ahead? Like he's going over to a friend's house who they do play Fortnite for 2, like let's say he's having a sleepover at someone's house.
Mhm.
And like they could be on Fortnite for
Mhm.
8 hours. Like
Mhm.
how would you deal with that?
I think hopefully if your kid is staying at a house for that long, then you have a relationship with
The
that
mom,
parent,
yeah, with the
right?
parent. Yeah.
And you just tell them. I mean, I think you can tell them like, I don't feel comfortable with my kid playing Fortnite. I'm sorry. Like, I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with the like Madden. I'm fine with blah 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 whatever. I'm not super up on video
Yeah.
games, but
Neither.
like
Yeah.
I don't want my kid playing Fortnite. Or what's the
Yeah, but then your kid's a loser because the mom's gonna be like, your mom said no Fortnite, and then the kid's gonna be like, your mom's a fuck, like you fucking suck because you're not.
yeah, I know.
And you don't care.
I know.
Yeah.
But again, like I am trying. I try to control what happens in my home.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that's what I can control.
No. Yeah.
Right.
I know.
And like I can't control other people and their families and their parenting. Hopefully, if I'm allowing my kid to go somewhere, that means that I have a relationship with those parents and I trust them and I trust the way that they parent. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I guess. Like, okay, what do you reread the person's question?
So what do you do when you have strict rules about technology, but other families' households that your child visits do not?
Then maybe they can't go to this house.
Right.
Like if you have a problem with it,
I think if you really
Yeah.
have a problem with it, then they
then
just
they
can't
can't
go.
Like they
Or
can go over
you
to your
say,
house.
yeah, or you say like, we're gonna instead when we want to hang out with Johnny, we're gonna go to the movies all together, or we're
Yeah.
gonna go to
Do an activity.
the arcade together,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever you pick.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like you get to still play video games, but I'm watching what you're playing.
Yeah. Or
you know?
like set them up. Like I'm thinking like, you can go over there. This is your choice. You can go over there and I'm calling the mom and telling her what you
Correct.
can and can't do, which
Yep.
she's going to tell the kids. So then that kid's, I don't
Yeah.
know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Or you don't go over there or you figure out another like avenue or way to like hang out with them.
Yeah.
You want to be embarrassed or
Yep.
not? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like that's with this one, I would probably,
Yeah.
I would say like, listen, this is the deal. Like I'm going to call the
Yep.
mom or parent.
And then I think if it's like a family member that's taking care of your kid
Oh,
on a
you
regular
gotta-
basis,
yeah,
then you
you
just got to be
gotta
like,
lay
no,
down the
here's the
law.
rules.
Yep.
Here's the rules.
Mhm.
This is our technology contract
Yeah.
that is at my house and it's at your house,
Yes.
and we're consistent.
Yep. Correct. Yep. I agree.
Okay, good one. Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
I think we only do 4
Okay,
per ep.
that went fast.
I did go fast. But y'all can keep asking questions. These were really good.
I know.
DM, comment. But
Yeah, please send
these are
them.
so
we have
good.
like a running list.
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
Of questions.
Yep. And if you like want to be shouted out, like tell us and we'll like, name you. But yeah, so keep it up.
Please.
Followers.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Little Brain Campaign podcast.
If you enjoyed our conversation, give us a follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Do you know someone who would be interested in this topic? Take a minute to share this episode with them.
Until next time, remember, we're all just trying our best.
See you next week.